Hello, I'm Gordy Rich, Chief Operating Officer of RettSyndrome.org, but more importantly, I'm the father to Kelly, a beautiful 21-year-old woman with Rett syndrome, and husband to Anne. Did you know Rett syndrome is the second leading cause of intellectual impairment in females? Have you even heard of Rett syndrome?
I hadn't heard of Rett syndrome until my niece Courtney was diagnosed. In 2003, Courtney lost her battle with Rett syndrome, which is why I've joined forces with RettSyndrome.org. I knew I had to do something to help. Rett syndrome strikes without a warning. A girl with Rett syndrome starts out as a healthy and happy baby, and then around 6 to 18 months, something goes terribly wrong. She loses the ability to speak, she can't use her hands to play with toys or even feed herself, and she may lose the ability to walk.
About 50 years ago, Rett syndrome was first described. And in 1999, the gene that's associated with Rett syndrome was identified. And shortly thereafter, RettSyndrome.org invested largely in clinical research in the way of a natural history study to actually try to build a foundation of understanding Rett syndrome. When that clinical research started, there were only 4 sites in this country that were studying and taking Rett syndrome girls into their clinics. Today, that natural history study is at 15 sites in this country, and it is one of the larger natural history studies for rare disorders in this country today.
The SCOUT program uses a model which was selected to replicate the human symptoms of Rett syndrome by mutating the MECP2 gene. The preclinical trial was performed in a blinded, randomized fashion. Interestingly, in addition, our compound Anavex 273 has demonstrated in independent preclinical models to improve cognition, reducing seizures, improve motor impairment, reduce anxiety, and autism-related behavior. All these symptoms are very relevant for Rett syndrome as well.
For 6 months after our diagnosis, it was just a very dark, lonely time with fear, a lot of fear. And there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that was given to us in the form of RettSyndrome.org.
What I've come to learn and am proud to be a part of is since 1985, RettSyndrome.org has played a role in every major Rett syndrome breakthrough. Today, RettSyndrome.org is funding a multi-site pharmacological clinical study that holds promise as a treatment in the very near future.
I believe that one day soon, I will see Kelly feed herself. I will see Kelly laugh and have a better disposition, and I will hear Kelly speak and tell me she loves me.
Unfortunately, the Foundation's mission of accelerating research is a costly one. Clinical trials that can lead to FDA approval cost millions of dollars. That is why we are asking for your support so that we can accelerate the work being done and get compounds now in clinical trials to market. Our goal is to have treatments for all of those suffering from Rett syndrome now, while we continue our search for the cure. At RettSyndrome.org, we are making a difference.